So I was thinking about something. This whole issue with the coca plant being illegal, and at one point, marijuana was illegal, and I served 28 days in jail in county for half a joint I had in my pocket 10 years ago. At one point, alcohol was illegal, right? And y'all made it a point to make it legal. How would you like it, drinkers, if they took your alcohol away? Now, one thing I want to say, if it ever does become legal, I would like to, go in front of a police officer and take a pretty, nice hit of I'm going to call it what I call it, which is, rock or bass of the coca plant. And you actually, what would be really good if there was a guy there that would do a shot like a beer, drink a beer, right? So he drinks a beer and I do a hit of the coca plant, right? And then we continue on that, right? For 7, 8, 9 hits, right? Whatever. We could do it every 20 minutes, whatever it takes, right? And then we'll see, even after 3 or 4 hits of mine to compare to 3 or 4 beers of Hibbs, who's safer to drive, and who's more coherent, and who's not in any way really affected by the substance. Now, alcohol, of course, is legal, and the other thing that I mentioned is, and you call it something else, something that starts with a C, illegal. Yet, the harmful effects of alcohol are much worse than the coca plant. And what's really interesting is that if you combine both alcohol and the coca plant, which I don't recommend, and I've never recommended, and I did it when I was younger, but I don't drink anymore, so don't do it, because what you end up having is a very awake drunk. Drunk's so bad as it is, but when you're an awake drunk, that's when you get in the car and say, "I can do anything, man. Don't worry about it." So the problem really isn't with the coca plant. That used to be in the first Coca-Cola was using it. The problem is with the alcohol and the amount of alcohol you can drink while on the coca plant. So you should definitely bar the drinking of alcohol along with it, but don't stop people from using it, and then throwing people in cages for using it while there's more actually more murder, fatalities related to alcohol. A lot of fatalities related to alcohol, compared to the coca plant. So, maybe somebody has a heart attack. Well, if they drank 5, 6 cups of coffee, would they have a heart attack too? Probably they shouldn't be doing that because they had a heart problem. Did he know that? Well, why didn't I know that? Before it affects your heart. A lot of these stories are impractical and ways to make the coca plant very move. At the same time, I'm telling you right now, there's a certain property to the coca plant that allows communication, especially with the shamans, and which I was in many past lives. Communication with the spirit world through sleep deprivation, and also through it's called the vision quest, the food and sleep deprivation, and the ability to really stay alert and awake during that fasting and during that period of not sleeping. that then becomes very, you see things, you see other dimensions, you see, what you need to see. For any starseeds or Arcturians, and I'm not promoting its use in any way, shape, or form, and I'm not right now, but for starseeds, it is the ability to communicate back to your star system and your dimension to get information that you need through your DNA. That's what it's done for me. I'm not, again, don't quote me, I'm not promoting anything at all. I'm telling you what it's done for me as a non-human soul, or as a Arcturian soul. So maybe a lot of the people that end up using it are actually starseeds that were thrown into cages and limited to the garbage that's sold on the street, because the actual coca plant is illegal to have the seeds, to have the plant, to have anything to do with the plant. So just think about it. Again, I take one toke of the coca plant, and somebody drinks a beer, right? And I take 2 tokes of the coca plant, and another guy drinks a beer. I take 3 tokes, and another guy drinks another beer. We can do a shot too if you want. You see at the end of even 3, who's more dangerous, and who should be probably locked up if if they get into a car and drive away. But at the same time, that you don't do that for them, but you do it for us, right?